You asked for it. You got it. We took a pre-quiz on Wednesday. You wanted to see how each problem was done, and I'm here to show you. The first question on the pre-quiz is shown up on the board right now. It says the model below shows is shaded to represent 3 7/100. Which decimal does the number represent if one whole is taken away from the model? Well, we have the word and. And tells us that's where my decimal point's going to go. So it's going to go behind the 3. So everything in front of the 3 is a whole number. So we have 1 whole plus 1 whole is 2 wholes plus 3 wholes, or plus 1 more whole is 3 wholes. So we have 3 and 7 of these hundredths are shaded in. There are 100 total squares in here. 7 of them are shaded in. What does a decimal number represent if one whole is taken away from the model? So if we take away one of these, we have 2 left and 7 of the 100, not 7/10. So the 7's got to be in the hundredths place. So that would be your answer for the first one on this pre-quiz. 2 and 7/100, because 7 of the hundredths were shaded in. First answer. Boom shakalaka. Boom shakalaka. Now I'll slide it up to the second problem. Be patient. The models below represent 10 tickets that Sarah, Kelly, Jamie, and Melissa each received from their teacher. The shaded part shows the ticket each girl has already turned in for a treat. Create a list to show the decimals. Your answer is decimals. It's not in names. In order from the girl who has used the least number of tickets to the girl who has used the most number of tickets. Y'all know what least and most is. That's not very much to very much. And it's really easy to look at it and see who had the least. Well, obviously, this is the least turned in. Those two show the least turned in. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 sections there. She's turned in just 2 of them. So she's turned in 2/10. That's the smallest. We're done with Kelly. The next smallest is going to be Melissa, who has turned in 1, 2, 3, 4 out of the 10. So that's 4/10. We're done with her. Next we have, Sue. Sue, or is that Sarah? Oh, Sarah has turned in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the 10. So that's 5/10. And Janice has turned in, or Jamie has turned in all 10. So she's turned in all of them. She's turned in the whole thing. So it should be, your answer should be in decimals. 2/10, 4/10, 5/10, and 1 whole. 2/10, 4/10, 5/10, and 1 whole. Some of you put your answers in names. That's wrong because it asks for decimals. Boom. Shakalaka. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Unless you have to potty, you can pause it and go potty. Now this was a problem many people seem to have trouble with because they didn't know what a number sentence was. So let's read it. Shannon cleaned out his bedroom. He had 15 boxes of clothes with 25 items in each box to donate to charity. He also had 5 toys he donated. Create a number sentence that shows how Shannon can find the number of items he gave away. We don't have to find the number of items Shannon gave away. We have to show in one number sentence how we would find the amount of items he gave away. So we need a number sentence. Create a number sentence. We're not answering it. About 97% of you put an answer there. Well, that's not what it asks you to do. A number sentence is a multi-step problem. Multi-step problem. So we start off, he cleaned out his bedroom. He had 15 boxes with 25 items in each box. So if I told you right now, how many items was that? This is what you'd do. You'd multiply 15 times 25. 15 items with 25, or 15 boxes with 25 items in each box. But he also had 5 toys he donated. So in addition to these items, he donated 5 more toys. That is your number sentence. Don't solve the problem. This is a picture of me. Boom, shakalaka. Number sentence, don't solve it. It doesn't tell you to solve it. Save yourself some work. Look how fast I got that done. Easy. You guys made it hard. You did all the multiplication and the adding and all that stuff. You made it too difficult for yourself. Read the problems and answer what they say. Your life will be easier. Problem 4. Let me move that down a little bit. Bailey ate parts of 2 identical rolls of breath mints. The models are shaded to represent the part of each roll of breath mints she ate. What fraction of the roll of mints did Bailey eat? The fraction of the roll of mints, not of each package, of total mints. Well, if she had these 2 she ate, and if I just take those and I move them here, and I make these empty here, these are now empty. Pretend. Close your eyes. Every time I see you, I'm a little bit lonely. So now if I take these 2 full ones, or these 2 that are eaten, and put them here, and this is completely empty, she ate half of the mints she was given. Again, not much math. Just thinking, making sure we read the problems correctly, and do what it says. Some of you put 1. Well, that's not, she ate 1 of the packages, but now that's not the fraction of the rolls. The rolls is 1 whole. The rolls altogether is 1 whole. But she ate half of the mints she was given. I know, right? If you read them and do what the problems say, you're going to be great. 99% of your math mistakes are not going to be because you don't know how to do it. It's going to be simply because you didn't do what it asked or a silly mistake. So read it carefully, reread it again. If it requires you to do any calculation, check your calculation. There were 7 problems. I was going to give you as much time as you needed. There was no need to rush. If you took 90 minutes, you took 90 minutes. I didn't care. I want you to get them right. Nobody got 100. So, I'm just saying, take your time, read it, answer the question that's being asked. Boom, shakalaka. Next problem. Lucas bought 1 baseball cap and 2 baseball jerseys. The hat cost $22.42. So 1 baseball cap. So we know we're going to start with $22.42. And then he bought 2 jerseys. The jerseys cost $14.08 or $14.98 each. So to figure out, that's the price of the hat. To figure out the price of the jerseys, I'm going to have to multiply $14.98 times 2. Some of you didn't read the word each, knowing that each one of them cost that much. So the total price of the hat was this. If you went to the register and just bought the hat, the lady would say, or the guy would say, that's $22.42. And you'd give them $22.42, and then you'd take the hat fee. But he also bought 2 jerseys. It says 2 jerseys. $14.98 each. This is simple multiplication. You need to know how to multiply by a 1-digit factor. So let's check. $14.98 times 2. 8 times 2 is 16. 2 times 9 is 18, plus 1 is 19. 2 times 4 is 8, plus 1 is 9. 2 times 1 is 2. So the 2 jerseys cost $29.96. If you went to the register and said, hey, these 2 jerseys, they'd say, give me $29.96. And that's how much you'd give him. But he didn't buy just the jerseys. He didn't buy just the hat. He bought all of this. So then we just have to, the cost of the hat plus the cost of the 2 jerseys, which was $22.96. Now I want to think for a minute. $22.96 is close to $23. Okay? And let's just round $22.42 to 22. So if I added 22 plus 23, my answer is going to be somewhere in the ballpark of 45. So if my answer is not somewhere in the ballpark of 45, right? $22.42, $14.98. Oh, this is 20. Oh, my bad. $29.96. I wrote that wrong. $29.96. So this is 30, and this is 22. If my answer is not around 52, then it obviously can't be right. I got to do some mental math, some thinking. That's what led me to figure out I made the mistake there. So some mental math, some thinking that's not $22.96. It should have been $29.96. So let's check it. Simple adding. 6 plus 2 is 8. 4 plus 9 is 13. Carry the 1. When you're adding decimals or subtracting decimals, the decimal point comes straight down. 1 plus 2 plus 9. Well, I'd do 9 plus 1 is 10. Plus 2 is 12. Carry the 1. 2 plus 2 is 4. Plus 1 is 5. Is my answer somewhere in the ballpark of 52 cents? Yes, it is. Or $52. Yes, it is. Some of you didn't do 2 jerseys. Some of you did not add correctly. But again, those are the 2 things I talked about. 1, not reading the problem correctly and doing what it says. 2, making a silly math mistake. Those are the only errors you're going to do this year because the math isn't that hard. And you've got a good teacher. I'm just saying. So let's get the next problem up. Boom! Shakalaka!
Oh, are you done?
No, not quite yet. I got
What are you finished?
2 more problems.
Oh, you still recording?
Yeah. 2 more problems. It'll be 5 minutes at the most. Oh, this problem was missed by a lot of you, and I don't know why. Millie bought a book. She paid with a $10 bill and received $4.02 in change. What is the amount that the book cost? Okay, so she paid with a $10 bill. So she paid. And she received $4.02. Well, $4 is 4. 2 dimes is 20 cents. So she received $4.20 back. So, did she pay, if I just did $10 minus $4, I'm going to get $6. But $6 cost is too much because she also got 20 cents back. So my answer has to be less than $6. It has to. Simple subtraction. Let's look over here, $10. Subtract $4.20. Okay, you need to know this because you don't want to get ripped off when you go to the store. And if you're not paying attention and you can't add and subtract with money, you are going to be poor. All right, so I have 0 cents minus 0 cents. I get 0. If I have no dimes, can I take away 2 dimes from that? No. I cannot just move that 2 down, which is what a lot of you did. But if I have no dimes, I can't take away 2 dimes. So I'm going to borrow from here, and I'm going to make this $9. So now I have $1. I'm going to make no dimes into 10 dimes. So $9 plus 10 dimes gives me $10. So I'm not changing the value, I'm changing how it's written. Now I can do 10 dimes minus 2 dimes, which gives me 8 dimes. Adding and subtracting with decimals, I put my decimal point straight down. 9 subtract 4 is 5. We said it should be a little less than 6 when we did our mental math and our thinking. I could always check it to make sure my work was correct if I took $5.80 and added $4.20. If that equals $10, then we're correct. Our correct answer is $5.80. A lot of you just brought that 20 down and made it $6.20. But you can't take 2 dimes from nothing. You can't take 2 dimes from nothing. I promise you. I promise you, in my pocket is nothing. I can't give you 2 dimes if there's nothing in there. All right, that was 6. We have one more to look at. One more. Let's look at that one more. Conrad had 35 baseball cards. So we know what he has. Oh, and I also told you before you started, change this football to baseball. Whoever typed it just got a little careless. No problem, no problem, no problem, no problem. So Conrad had 35 baseball cards. That's what he started off with. Eric had twice as many baseball cards as Conrad. So Eric had twice as many baseball cards as Conrad. So how would I figure out how much Eric has? Well, first, I would have to multiply what Conrad had by 2. That's how you find twice as many. Then, Conrad then bought 5 more baseball cards. Then Conrad bought 5 more baseball cards. Write an equation. Equation is like a number sentence that has an equal sign. That can be used to find B. Again, another one that we don't have to solve. The total number of baseball cards Eric now has. The total number of baseball cards Eric now has. Eric has 35 baseball cards. Or Conrad has 35 baseball cards. Eric has twice as many baseball cards. I don't have to solve it. A lot of you put 70. Or you put this. 35 times 2, and then put 70. That's not a number sentence. Or that's not an equation. Equation has an equal sign. Your answer, what you're trying to find, is B. How would you find B? To do that. Again, you made it harder than you had to if you solved it. Because all I had to do was put 35 times 2. I'm just saying. Boom shakalaka. Love y'all. Slow down. Read. Check your work. Make sure your work makes sense. I'm just saying. Boom shakalaka.